It keeps rolling, and a friendly bounce for Carlo Walters, and he was able to flip field position there. Scott, what a tremendous punt.
Wow, they just flipped the field back on him, and now, let's see, they're marking it at the, where are they going to mark it here? They throw the beanbag down instead of the football now, so you got to wait till they, looks like he's back at 14-yard line.
And that does
13.
That looks like where they're going to mark it.
Wow.
And
huge punt.
And we've been talking about it this week a lot, as Fitch has truly a juggernaut of a schedule to go through. But this is a game that Fitch might take lightly, and that's dangerous for teams. As teams such as Chaney, they might be able to sneak in and surprise teams when you take any team too lightly. It's Petrosky manning the quarterback position for the Cowboys, and handoff there and steamrolling his way forward. That was running back. Looked like Alton Perkins. Let's see. No, they handed that off. That was number 15. Alton Perkins was supposed to be the starter. That's Naeem Ward. He's running back and defensive tackle. As that's the human refrigerating unit right there.
Huge size back there. Looks like he got about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice 4-yard gain for the Cowboys. 2nd and 6 coming up. And you got to figure the Cowboys have to be motivated after that 1-point loss to Howland last week. They want to get in the win column starting 0-2 in the season. Petrosky tries to throw it. A little dump-off pass. Was not able to come down with it. As that looked to be.
Naeem Ward again. Yep, out of the backfield. Yep.
As Naeem Ward goes now to the sidelines. Tried to use him in back-to-back plays. We have a 3rd and mid. 3rd and 6 now. Another big 3rd down for the Cowboys. And I think that was a big thing for the Cowboys to hold Fitch on that first drive, because Fitch, like we said, has been tremendous on first drive scoring opportunities. Big 3rd down now for the Cowboys.
4 receivers set, single back.
Petrosky steps back, now runs to his right. Petrosky now got some room to run, dives for it. Looks like he got that first down, and a big first down that is for the Cowboys.
Yeah, what they did, they spread the field with 4 receivers. They all went deep routes, and the quarterback got underneath, and the linebackers were deep drops, and he picked up the first down.
As we are just over, a couple ticks over 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Chaney was able to get the ball back from Fitch on a quick 4 and out to start the game, and a handoff goes right up the gut and gets good yardage. That was number 10. They're using a different running back again. That's Jamie Melton, another senior running back for the Cowboys.
What they do, change all the starters before the game?
They may have.
Jeez.
As now we're 2nd, and it looks to be 2nd and maybe 3.
Yep.
2nd and 3 now for the Cowboys, as they've been able to move so far in this drive. And play action fakes the handoff. Petrosky tries to dive forward. I don't know, maybe got half a yard on that play.
Yeah, still a little short. Big play here.
Able to reach into their bag of tricks the last time and convert that 3rd down. Big 3rd down coming again for the Cowboys. And a matchup that is 10 years in the making. We said last time these two teams played was way back in 2010. It was a blowout for the Falcons, but the year following, Chaney turned into a STEM school program. And only recently, as last year, Chaney was able to get their football program back. So 2nd year.
Big penalty here against Chaney.
And that's going to send them back. And, you know, we talked with Coach Emil from Chaney. We talked with him about setting up, you know, you have to basically build this team from scratch. And he talked about the difficulties of it, and everything is difficult, as you can imagine. When you're trying to build a team, there's not that culture of team. There's not all those guys coming in. You got to build it from scratch. But Coach Emil doing a tremendous job with the Cowboys. As Petrosky tries to pass down sidelines, ball no good. Thought there might have been an interception there, just incomplete. And that's going to go back the way of the Falcons as a 4th down's coming up. They look to punt.
Interesting enough, if he'd have kept the ball there, he had some room on the outside. He might have been able to pick up the first down, but he decided to throw it instead.
As we said, Petrosky is a multi-tool quarterback. He has the ability to pass, but he can get it done with his legs. As we stated earlier against Ursuline, 84 rushing yards on the ground. And in that monsoon that they had to play, it was kind of needed.
Downfield, 52 on the offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
And a 4th down coming up. Falcons look to get the ball back. 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Oh, nobody back to receive. They covered the receiver. Empty.
Watching out for the fake.
Wow.
Flatten out that pump, but some good bounces for it, and it keeps going. Looks to be dead right at the 23-yard line, and another good punt on the opposite end, flipping field position for the Cowboys now. As we look at this rivalry that has been renewed, a lot of the newer generation of kids and athletes don't really know about this rivalry, but we talk to the parents of these athletes and these coaches, both Coach Emile and Coach Parker. They definitely know. When you mention Chaney and Fitch, they know back in those 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the brawls that these two teams had. And it's as we look to try to renew this rivalry here, and how would it be good for football for this West Side again to have this rivalry
Well, I think it just
back?
creates interest within the community and obviously within the student body of both schools, and usually it was always the first game of the season, and that's how the season used to start on the West Side. And I think the interest created would just be great for both communities and both schools.
As we see Jamel James with a 2-yard run brings up 2nd and 8 now for the Falcons, as Devin Sherwood only electing to pass once in the last drive. Another good game last week for Sherwood, 250 yards, 1 passing touchdown as that goes to Simons. Todd Simons able to keep in bounds and goes down the sideline, gets tackled right around the 50. That's going to be a 1st down and more for Simons and the Falcons.
Yeah, that was just that little flat-out pass. Simons goes that, flattens himself out on the pass, and he picks up another 12, 15 yards on the run.
As a big 1st down for the Falcons, their first 1st down of the game. Got held to a 4-and-out after some penalties prevented them from going any further in the last drive. As we see, Sherwood back again, takes the snap, steps up, goes past 2 Leskovac. Leskovac trying to get a few more yards. Nice tackle. Gets about 5 on that play.
Kayvon Moore made a great tackle there on cornerback coming up.
And that brings up 2nd down for the Falcons. And I guess the problem with facing a Falcons team like this is the quarterback play of Sherwood is so good. But, I mean, we look at everything from the offensive line and how great they are at protecting to just the athleticism of the receivers. How do you come in and plan to play defense against a team like this? Is Jamel James able to cut the corner, get a 1st down on that on the running game there?
Yeah, and it creates the matchup. They create so many mismatches. Again, linebackers are going to have to cover backs out of the backfield, and that's tough. I don't care if you're on the collegiate and professional level. And what they're able to do is just distribute the ball balance-wise throughout the team, and it's just tough to take away their strengths.
Fitch, not a team that turns the ball over at all, really, this season. Devin Sherwood has yet to throw an interception. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions is his ratio so far this season. You got to love that if you're an offensive coach or a head coach, seeing a guy just go out there, sling the rock, and not turn the ball over.
Yeah, and he's so good. He's so smart. He just makes good decisions, and he gets him. Even if it's a bad play, he makes something strong and positive out of a bad play.
Another big game going on. Ursuline and Boardman. Ursuline up already 7-0 on the Spartans. Early 8:20 left in that first quarter. That's another big game going on in the Valley. As Sherwood dumps off a screen pass, tries to cut the corner, gets tackled and swallowed up there. And that's going to bring up 3rd down, excuse me. Look to be a substitution they brought in.
Jason Hullett, number 5, come up and made a good play. Looked like he has a little stinger there on the shoulder. He made an outstanding play on that because the linebacker came up, Cam Sly, and missed the tackle, and it was great recovery by Hewlett.
As they brought Tyree Mitchell in for that last play, tried to dump off a screen pass, but Chaney read it well. And a 3rd and 6 being brought up now for the Falcons. Another big 3rd down. Sherwood with the snap, tries to go over the middle, and that ball incomplete. tried to target Simon. Simon's looking for a flag, nothing being thrown on the field, and Chaney bringing up a 4th down.
Petrosky, really good defensive play there. He got his hand in there before his body made contact.
As Petrosky does play double duty. He's the quarterback for the Cowboys, but we could see he could do it on the other side of the ball as well, preventing another Falcons play. And it looks like the Falcons are going to bring on the punt team. As we see, seems to be at convergence on the field. Looks like the officials. Looks like everything is.
This looks like this is a crazy formation. You got 6 out wide.
And they go for the screen pass, the trick play, trying to go right up the gut with it. Looks like he may have gotten the 1st down on it. Let's see what the officials called. And a gutsy play by the Falcons to go for a trick play this early in the game.
And I'll tell you what, he got it on 2nd effort because Chaney on the initial contact, he was short.
As we got a 1st down for the Falcons, a big 1st down on a 4th down conversion from the Falcons, and they continue to move.
A little bit surprised Coach Emil didn't call time on that. Sometimes they'll call timeout and change things up.
You would think with the weird formation that they came out with, you should have been able to smell out trick play. They elected not to, and Chaney does pay for it as a 4th down conversion. And the snap there goes to James. James gets tackled after a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
This is either, this might be a face mask or a holding.
Let's see what the call is in from our official on that penalty.
Block in the back.
And that's going to push him back some more. And that's got to give you some confidence if you're the Cowboys right now. After allowing that 4th down, you get to push the Falcons back and a chance to recover now defensively and bring up possibly another 4th down. As the Falcons, though, have been dangerous in this area of the field, the 40-yard line right around it, as they've been able to haul in some huge, big passes. They don't elect to go there this time, as Jamel James gets the handoff. Goes up the middle, gets about 4 yards.
Clive Wilson made a great tackle there, linebacker, number 36 for Chaney. Filled the hole.
As this Cowboys defense proved to be really well. They played really well against Howland last week, and you know it was unfortunate to see either team lose because both teams defensively played their hearts out. And Chaney, they really gave it their all, and they are a great defensive team. As we see now, Sherwood takes the snap on 2nd down, rolls out to his right. Sherwood goes for the pass on the sidelines. Looks like the cut was made. Was it in bounds, though?
Yes, he's in.
And they call him in, and that was to Tyler Evans. Big pass for the Falcons. That's going to bring up 3rd and short now, as they cut a lot of that yardage off. 3rd and 8 to go for the Falcons. Started off this drive, well, at least this series, 1st and 20 after that illegal block in the back. It's Jamel James checking back in, the running back for the Falcons. And a big defensive stop for Chaney if they could come up with it. 3rd and 8 here. As Jamel motions, and they go for the handout. Great, smelled it out completely, and with the stop.
Clive Wilson again, defensive end, coming off the side.
As Clive Wilson, he plays double duty. He's the tight end also for this Chaney's offense, but a great defensive stop by Wilson. Tackle in the back and stopped it.
Looks like they're going for it.
And the Falcons are all right with going for it in this situation. It's going to be 4th and 15, though.
You got single coverage up top. Donnie Ellis covered one-on-one up top. Look for them to maybe throw over top here.
1 4th down conversion already for the Falcons. Sherwood taking the snap. Sherwood reaching pressure, throws it up in the air. That looks to be, was that caught by Evans?
No.
No, goes out of
Had a
bounds.
shot.
And probably the best pass that Sherwood could have gotten off there. Still pretty accurate. Was in the hands of Evans, but
yes, he had it initially.
But well defended by the Cowboys, and they were able to get pressure on Sherwood, and that's one of the keys you said for this Chaney's defense.
No question. And right now, Chaney's defensive line and linebackers have been very active. And that is the key to keep them in the game here. So far, so good for Chaney.
As we've said, this Fitch offense, the key of what makes them so successful is all the time that Devin Sherwood has to throw in that offensive line of the Falcons. But once you start pressuring them, you can make the Falcons falter a little bit on offense. And we saw that's what Chaney was able to do, get some guys in there, disrupted the pocket, and Sherwood throws an incompletion. As Petrosky, handoff, gets stopped and stuffed there as they bring in looks like to be yet another running back as they are switching out all kinds of running backs. That's Darius Humbert for the Cowboys on that rush. Got about 2 yards on that run. And we are a minute and 15 and still no score. And that's, you got to consider that a small victory for Chaney.
No
First
question.
quarter.
No question. Hanging around.
First quarter, not allowing the Falcons to score. As Petrosky,
Broken play.
as that gets faked, tries to get it off and just takes it, eats the sack, and a loss of yardage for Chaney.
They broken play there, and Petrosky almost pitched the ball, and there was nobody there. So he kept the hold of it.
And we talk a lot about how good this the Falcons offense is, but we don't give enough credit on their defensive side of the ball. They are very able to play defense with the best of them out there. As that was well sought out by the Falcons. Loss of yardage there on the broken play by the Cowboys, and that's a killer after you get the ball back like that. You don't want to make those kinds of mistakes. 3rd and 14 now for the Cowboys.
4 wide out set, single back shotgun.
As Petrosky taking the snap, goes for the shotgun. They're right on him. Able to evade the first tackle, throwing it down sideline. Ball gets tipped in the air and goes dead, as it brings up a 4th and long situation for the Cowboys. And probably the best play Petrosky had there. The Falcons were right on him.
And he got outside the pocket. Fitch put good pressure on him, and he got the ball released. Had a chance, but Fitch did a nice job of knocking the ball down.
Important thing was Petrosky was able to get rid of the ball, so he didn't go back any further and gave his punter some more room now. Nonetheless, we are 9 seconds left in the first quarter, and we are scoreless here in this game. As the Falcons, after scoring 33 week 1 against Boardman, 56 against Ursuline, been held scoreless here in this first quarter. As Tyler Evans with a fair catch gets it right at the 46, 47 yard line, and that's where the Falcons will start, right about midfield. It's a good starting position for the Falcons coming up.
Yes, Tellington did a nice, pretty good kick right there. It was under pressure. Looks like Fitch is coming after the kicker. Interesting to see if they get one this game. Block kick.
And when we talked to Coach Emil, and we said, what are you looking for when you're playing this Fitch team, offensively, defensively? He talked one thing about watching Fitch in film. He says that the Falcons blitz a lot, and that's one thing that they're going to have to be paying attention to and aware of, as the Falcons are going to bring the blitz a lot during this game, and as they have in the 2 previous games this season. As Devin Sherwood back on the field, fakes the hand off to James, get pressure on him, tries to pass it, gets stuffed right there, and another great defensive play by the Cowboys. As that looked to be number 18 for the Cowboys. That was Cam Sly. He was able to get a hand right on that ball when the pass couldn't even get fired off, and that's going to take us into the second quarter of play. And we'll come back with that second quarter and more here on YSN. As we return to action, as the Falcons hand off there to Jamel James, Goes up the field for about 6. Close to 6. It's the Falcons now. Third and 6, it looks like, for the Falcons. Another third down coming up, as the Cowboys have been playing phenomenal defense thus far against this Falcons team, who has been an offensive juggernaut the past 2 weeks. Devin Sherwood with the handoff to James. James trying to get the corner, and another great tackle by the Cowboys. That was number 5. That's Jason Hewlett. That's one of the players to watch for the Cowboys on defense and on offense, as he makes a fantastic tackle, gets him in the back.
I'll tell you what, Clive Wilson is all over the place at the linebacker, or defensive end, I'm sorry. He is from sideline to sideline tonight.
And that brings up a 4th down.
Reminds me of last week's game with Massaros. Remember the running or the linebacker
Absolutely.
from Southeast?
It seems like we get 2 back-to-back great defensive games, as we saw Southeast and Champion last week. They were scoreless in that first half. Well, close to that first half. Southeast was able to get a touchdown in that 19-6 win, as that punt is up, and that unlucky bounce goes back to the 30, and that's where the Cowboys will start. And we see now the Cowboys going back on offense. 10:36 left in the first half, and the Falcons have yet to score. Same on the Chaney side. We've seen a lot of defensive pressure on both sides of the ball, but Chaney doing what a lot of teams this year haven't been able to do against Fitch, and that's get pressure on Sherwood.
Yeah, and again, their defensive line, particularly Clive off the corner there, defensive end number 36, and their linebackers are really active also, and they're doing a great job of kind of containing Fitch tonight, keeping everything in front of them.
As Deshaun Petrosky back on the field for the Cowboys. And that's going to be a false start, as Cowboys have elected to do those delayed snaps a lot. And sometimes they work. You could catch them off guard, but other times things like this happen where you get a false start called on yourself.
Yeah, and this disrupts momentum. They just had a great defensive stand, get the ball back at the 30, and then bang, penalty.
As we now brings up a 1st and 15 for the Cowboys. And in this game so far, any yards you can get, you'll take them, and you don't want to see you losing yards on the offensive side if you're either the Cowboys or the Falcons. As Petrosky, Falcons decide to go deep last second. Petrosky tries to dump off a pass, and another great, no, he gets out of it, almost gets out of it. Doesn't look like any gain. Looks like he got right back up to the line of scrimmage there. As we see, Chaney subbing in a lot of
Isaac Bethel.
Yeah, a lot of different guys deviating away from their normal starting lineup here. I mean, it's worked so far on the defensive side of the ball. They've been subbing guys in, keeping guys fresh, and they've been able to hold the Falcons. Nonetheless, 2nd and 15 now for the Cowboys. And it looks like another penalty is called. Another false start, and that's going to bring them back even further. As it is 2nd and 20 now for the Cowboys. 2nd and very long. And the Falcons chance to stop Chaney and maybe flip field position. As Petrosky with the snap. Goes off with a screen pass, dumps it off, and Falcons able to evade the tackle there, get up to about the 30, maybe the 31. Nice 10-yard gain by the Cowboys.
Jamie Melton there with the run.
As the Cowboys have elected to go with a lot of the screen passes, not really throwing over the top here.
Well, and that's what you're going to get because of Fitch's so much defensive pressure. You're going to see some draws and screens and kind of some quick hitters to keep the defense off the quarterback.
As it is a 3rd and 9 situation now for the Cowboys. Another 3rd down brought up. See if the Falcons can respond and get the ball back. Petrosky rolling out to his left, throws it downfield. What an amazing catch! That looked to be number 8. Let's see, who was that hauled that in? Number 6, Bryant Douglas for the Cowboys. Amazing catch, amazing pass by Petrosky, and a absolutely huge 1st down for the Cowboys.
Wow, he went up and got it. Big play. 1st down at the 50.
As we hinted at Ursuline playing Boardman earlier. Ursuline now up 21-0 so quickly on the Spartans as that Ursuline offense. And a great run up the middle. Has room to run. Gets tackled right around the 40-yard line. 30-yard line, excuse me.
Jamie Melton again.
Two big back-to-back plays for the Cowboys. And the Cowboy faithful are fired up here in the stands below us, as the Cowboys now threatening to score on another first down, and a big first down for the Cowboys. As we see Fitch now going to have to try to respond with something on defense. Both teams have been good at punch-counter-punch football in this situation. Trying to catch sideline. Get some good yardage there. Close to a first down again.
Yeah, Anthony Colton, I think he's a new player, just came in too. There's got a lot of, looks like Chaney's got some depth here.
As Chaney and Coach Emile not afraid to go deep into his roster to keep pulling out players and keeping them fresh. And it looks to be that this Falcons defense is maybe getting a little bit tired here.
And they're on their heels, and now we go to a 4-receiver spread, shotgun single back again.
2nd and 3 now for the Cowboys. Petrosky delays the snap, handoff, tries to go up the gun. Falcons looking to stop, fighting for every yard possible. Couldn't get any further there. Great stop by the Falcons as they went back to Melton there, Scott.
Yeah, that looked like a read, and I think if Petrosky keeps that, he might have some big yardage on the outside, but he read to keep the ball and gave it to Melton. So short gain there.
As it's 3rd and 1 now, but you got to figure this is two
Oh, there's no question.
4th down territory here. So Chaney's got 2 downs to play with.
Stay in that spread, 4-receiver set, single back, shotgun.
As Petrosky.
Checking off.
Melton staying in for running back. Goes back to Melton, goes up the middle. Looks like he definitely got that first down. And the Cowboys are threatening to score on the Falcons now.
Chaney's offensive line is doing a nice job now, getting a little bit of push and surge on the defensive line from Austintown.
As Jamie Melton comes into this game, and he's been absolutely dynamite for this Cowboys offense. As Petrosky goes right back to Melton, and Falcons were able to get that one. Short yardage gain for Melton on that one. The Falcons are getting used to the running game of Melton as they've been going to him, electing to go to him a lot.
Melton just came out. He's going to go get some water here. Tired puppy on the side here.
As the Cowboys now bring in number 7 for them. That's probably another running back. As it is, it's Darius Humbert. But the Cowboys have used their depth chart for running back must be about a mile deep. As a fake tries to keep it bouncing off of a tackle. It's Petrosky and a great first down.
Yeah. That's that quarterback read, and he kept it, and he got big yardage there.
As Petrosky able to evade tackles and bouncing off tackles and just way to stay on your feet. And now that brings up 1st and goal for the Cowboys.
It looks like big Naeem Ward's coming in there. Big back. Going to get some size in the backfield.
As Naeem Ward comes in for this 1st and short territory. 1st and 5 to go for the touchdown. And they're going to bring in the big running back, Ward. See what Chaney can do in this situation. It's Petrosky with that great running play. Petrosky tries to go in the air with it. Almost a one-handed catch. Was that fair? No, they're calling it, waving it off. He was out of bounds. Great effort catch, though, by Chaney. That looked to be number 5.
Yeah,
they brought
Jason Hewlett, I think.
Yeah, it was. They brought in Hewlett, wide receiver, in that situation.
A little bit surprised they tried to throw the fade there after the success of being able to run the ball for most of this drive.
As the fade almost proved to be successful, just couldn't get his foot in bounds. Brings up 2nd and goal now for the Cowboys. Petrosky handing it off. Goes up the middle, no good. Or, excuse me, got a few yards. No good on the touchdown, though.
Well, you're looking at a 2-play call here.
As we bring up 3rd down, 3rd and short of the goal. As the Cowboys threatening, they bring in.
Here comes Hewlett back in the game.
Bringing him back in.
He got recharged on the sideline. He's ready to go.
as Jamie Melton has been dynamite for the Cowboys team in this drive alone. Petrosky fakes the handoff, tries to go right up the middle, and he gets the touchdown as the Cowboys strike first, 6-0 Cowboys. And
what they did is they put Naeem Ward, the big back, in motion, and they jumped up in there and they just plowed their way in the end zone. He was the lead blocker.
And who would have expected this as the Falcons held scoreless thus far. 4:51 in the first, and Chaney up 6-0 now, looking to extend the lead with the point after. But great running on this drive by the Cowboys. As we saw Melton coming in. He had that big run, and we saw Petrosky running for the Cowboys out of that quarterback position. They were throwing everything at the Falcons, and the Falcons really didn't have an answer on this drive,
wow,
Scott.
Great drive, and the offensive line took control from Chaney on that drive.
And that kick is up and good, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Cowboys. Who would have expected this almost at the end of the first half?
Well, and the big thing was Chaney's defense kept them and let them hang around for most of this first half, and now the offense hit a little spark, and now you get a 7-0 lead.
And we'll see if Coach TJ Parker can respond against the Cowboys now, as he is down 7-0. But the Falcons offense has been dynamic this year. They've been able to score big points in back-to-back games against Boardman and Ursuline. But you're gonna have to find a way around this Chaney defense.
I'll tell you what's
that.
happening right now is Chaney's offense and defensive line are controlling the game right now, and it's allowed them obviously to stay in and get the first score here. So it's going to be interesting to see. 4:51. Let's see how Fitch comes out and answers here. I look for them to start throwing the ball around a little bit.
As we look another game around the league, as Poland is facing off against Girard. They're in the second quarter. Poland is up 14-0 on Girard right now. As I almost expected, that Bulldogs team over there is pretty good this year.
South Range got their attention that first week, so.
As now the Falcons back ready to receive the kickoff. 4:51 left in the first half. And we talk about the way that Chaney defensively, they've been able to get that pressure on Sherwood. Talk to me a little bit about what else they're doing well defensively to stop the passing game.
Well, they're getting pressure on Sherwood, and they're messing up the timing of their timing routes to the receivers. But the linebackers, as we talked about at the beginning, they're going to have to make tackles in isolated situations with the receivers and the tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. As of up to this point, done a great job.
And they flattened out that kick. Kick goes out of bounds.
That's not what you want to do here, because it's going to give Fitch great field position right after the score.
Absolutely. And the Falcons are going to move up the field now. And a chance to strike back for the Falcons. And we look back at that Chaney drive that ended in a touchdown, and they burned a lot of clock. Talk to me a little bit of what they did right during that whole drive.
Again, I credit the offensive line, because basically what they were doing is really just running the football right at Fitch. And the offensive line controlled, got some push, got some surge, and was able to keep Austintown off balance. They threw it a couple times just to kind of get the cornerbacks and the linebackers off the line, and they took the pressure and the blitz away from Fitch, and Chaney did a great job, got the ball in the end zone.
And it looks like the Cowboys have elected to re-kick the ball. Interesting now. The ball is picked up. I was going to say, I don't know if they were able to re-kick it in that situation with it going out of bounds on the previous kick.
No, I don't believe so, because Fitch is going to take the ball.
I was going to
35.
Yeah. I was going to say it was odd for if the Falcons declined that.
No.
As now the Falcons will get the ball, like you said, at the 35-yard line. Chance to try to respond here for the Falcons.
Don't be surprised if you don't see Sherwood go over top here. Try to hit a big play here before halftime.
As Devin Sherwood readying up now for the Falcons. As we see motion by Tyler Evans. Snap by Sherwood. Sherwood rolling outside of the pocket. Tries to go over to the sideline. No good. No, it is good. Looks like he dropped it there, but that was a little 5-yard dump-off pass.
Yeah, good as a run.
and cuts the first down in half. Now 2nd and 5. And for the Falcons, you got to take those kind of plays if you can get them, because Chaney's been quick to getting to Sherwood
Yes.
so far in this game. But Sherwood able to evade pressure there and make something. As Jamel James tries to run up the gut. Another great defensive stop by the Cowboys as Jamel James gets swallowed up there.
Jason Hewlett, number 5, coming up and making the great tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Player to watch, as we said, for this Cowboys team. Hewlett's been all over both sides of the ball, been making great plays for the Cowboys, and he makes another one there. Sends it back a yard. 3rd and 6 now for the Falcons. Big 3rd down now for Sherwood, Parker, and the Falcons. Sherwood fakes the handoff. Pressure on him, able to evade the pressure. Tries to go down the sideline. Does not look like he was inbounds with that catch. And that was intended for Todd Simons, not able to keep his feet in bounds. Sherwood, ball drifted off a little bit too far out of Simons' reach to stay in bounds with it, and now brings up a 4th down.
There was a penalty, and I think they're going to decline it, it looks like. Let's see. Can't imagine Fitch not punting here.
As we go to our officials now.
Yeah, they're going to punt. Yeah, illegal receiver downfield, decline, yeah.
As we see now, the Cowboys with another defensive stop of this Falcons offense, and who would have expected this? 3:40 left in the first half. Falcons held scoreless. Cowboys getting the ball back now. You think they're fired up after that loss to Howland last week? Looks like they came in with the rivalry renewed mentality, as Chaney is leaving everything out on the field. As that punt by Walters, nice, beautiful punt. Takes a bounce at the 30, keeps rolling back, gets stopped right about the 17-yard line, and Fitch pinning him back again. We'll see what Fitch on the defensive side of the ball is able to do. We saw Chaney, they started right around this area last drive, and they were able to make something out of it.
This is going to be interesting to see what Chaney, what their philosophy here is. 3:29 first half, 7-0 lead. Whether they get conservative or whether they're going to still try to go get points before halftime. This will be interesting.
As we see, coming back out onto the field is Petrosky, and they're keeping their old running back. That's Jamie Melton, the senior running back for the Cowboys, who had a phenomenal plays on that last drive. This Cowboys leading at 7-0, 3:29 left in the half. As Petrosky delayed that snap again. Fake handoff to Melton. Able to evade the first tackle was Petrosky. Petrosky down the sideline now. Gets hit hard on that tackle. Able to come up, shake it off, gets a first down run. And they've been doing that play action fake to Melton a lot, and it fooled Fitch again on that.
Yeah, and it's a quarterback read, and they're reading in there to see if he keeps it or keeps it in the running back's stomach there and let him run up inside the defense. But good read, picks up a first down.
As now first down, 3 minutes, 8 seconds and ticking in the first half. Petrosky with the snap, handoff to Melton. Melton goes right up, or not Melton, excuse me. That's number 18. That's Cam Sly for the Cowboys. Went up the middle. And this ground and pound approach by Chaney, and Fitch has not been able to find an answer for it yet.
And the key thing here is, like we talked about before, Fitch is not able to get pressure on Petrovsky. And that's been kind of the change in the game up to this point.
2nd and 6 now coming up for the Cowboys. Petrosky, delayed snap again. Fakes the handoff. No, does hand off to Melton. Melton now able to cut the corner and gets another first down, it looks like. And no passing needed right now when you could pound the ball like this.
Again, being able to run the ball, it's that simple quarterback read. They got the field spread, and Fitch is on their heels right now.
As 2 minutes, 17 seconds left in this first half. Clock is stopped momentarily.
Measurement, I think.
Yeah. And we'll see. Everyone on Chaney is saying that that's a first down. Fitch not saying anything. So we'll see what this measurement brings up. Looks like it was a first down for the Cowboys, but we'll see what the measurement, what it says.
Well, I tell you what, you got
it's
a
a
bunch
first
of
down.
energized football players on this sideline and on the field for Chaney right now.
And turn of events that needed to happen for the Cowboys, and they've done it. They've taken the momentum by storm, and they're holding on to it with everything they have. 7-0 Chaney. They got the ball. First down. 2:17 left in the first half. Right around the 55-yard line. They're starting on the 44. Petrosky. Another delayed snap. Fake handoff to Melton. Tries to read it. Almost got that intercepted. Was able to go over top. Gets tackled right around the 50. Pass went to number 3 for the Cowboys. That was Anthony Colton. And it looks to be second and maybe 4, maybe 3. We'll see. It's second and 3 for the Cowboys. And boy, I tell you, this Cowboys team has been, I think they've stunned the Falcons so far.
They got them on their heels.
As Petrosky, another fake snap, looks to throw this ball, goes in the air with it. He's got the room, and it's caught, and he goes into the end zone. What a catch. What a play by the Cowboys. That looked to be number 5. That was Hewlett. Another big play from Hewlett.
I tell you what, that's about as well-thrown football that you'll see a high school quarterback throw. That was outstanding by Petrosky.
And we hinted at it before this game. We said that Petrosky, he can get it done in the air, he could get it down in the ground, and he is showcasing both of those right now. Great running, great passing by Petrosky. Puts the Cowboys up 13-0 against the Fitch Falcons. Chance to extend the lead to 14-0 on the point after attempt. J.R. Tellington, the kicker for the Cowboys, lining up for the point after attempt. And that kick flat ironed it, but was able to kick it up and kick it through, and it's 14-0 Cowboys. Minute 32 left in the half.
Well, I think our question has been answered whether Chaney's going to sit on it or go for a score. And obviously, it's been answered. They scored.
Absolutely. 14-0 now. And what a turn of events this has been for the Falcons. And I don't think they were expecting this level of energy from the Cowboys.
The most impressive thing about Chaney is, especially right there, they weren't satisfied with a 7-0 lead. They had the momentum, and obviously they still have the momentum, and they went for the jugular there and scored. So very impressive thus far.
The Falcons being held scoreless. This will be, if they can't come out with a score in this minute and a half, first time this year Falcons will be held scoreless in a half of football. And what are you telling, if you're Coach Parker in this situation, Scott, what are you telling your guys to try to get them motivated on offense?
I think, again, it's 14-0 lead. You're going to stay within your game plan. I think you will see Fitch spread out and throw the ball more downfield in the second half. I do think that's going to happen. That'll be a little bit of an adjustment. They've been mostly vertical most of the night.
As
Or
Fitch,
horizontal, I'm sorry.
Fitch now back to receive the kick, goes into the end zone. Got some muscle behind that kick was Tellington. And the Falcons will start with the football, minute and a half. But we have seen the Falcons; they have quick strike ability, so
Yeah.
you don't want to count them out here.
Don't be surprised right here if they try to take some shots down the field. And if they don't connect, it's sending a message before halftime saying, you know what, guys, we're going to stay aggressive.
And a minute and a half, a score would be huge for the Falcons, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, just to get some points on the board before the start of the second half. But we have seen Chaney now in the last 2 drives have been able to really just dominate Fitch on the ground game, and Fitch has not had a response for it.
No, and Chaney's size up front stalemates the offensive line for Fitch, and their linebackers got good size also.
As Sherwood now back, gets pressured again, tries to dump off that pass to Jamel James. Jamel James caught in the backfield. Great defensive pressure again from the Cowboys. And these blockers for Fitch, this offensive line that we have talked about, week in and week out has been like a juggernaut for this Falcons offense, but Chaney making them look bad right now. Able to pressure Sherwood on a lot of throws. Is that pass going gets caught by Leskovac, but not able to go anywhere. And you think these Cowboys are pumped up right
Well,
now?
and again, Chaney's they're horizontal right now, and Chaney's keeping everything in front of them. And right now, with a 14-point lead, clock's going to continue to run.
And that
Fitch timeout.
third down, and Coach Parker wants to talk about this going forward. You still got 60 seconds left on the clock in the half. Big third down. You want to try to get a first down here because you really don't want to give the ball back to Chaney with them scoring in the last 2 drives. But nonetheless, we saw Chaney. They were able to last drive getting it into good position, but then they went to the air on that last attack, and
Yes.
I don't think Fitch was ready for that after
No.
that. You lull them to sleep with the run, and then you surprise them with the pass, and lo and behold, we're here with the Cowboys up 14-0.
And Chaney's also been able to limit their turnovers and penalties. So no drive stoppers.
Absolutely. As the Falcons now back to take the field in a third down situation, third and short. It's going to be third and about 4.
If you're Coach Emile, you're telling your guys, don't let anybody get behind them. They don't need to give up a quick score here.
As a huge third down for the Falcons. As Sherwood taking the ball has to cut across the corner, and he gets sacked in the backfield by the Cowboys. Another great defensive stop by Chaney, and it looks like Chaney will be getting the ball back as the Falcons will no doubtedly punt in this situation.
Cam Sly, the linebacker. Full blitz, jailbreak blitz, pulled him right down.
As Chaney taking
yeah.
a timeout, they're going to stay aggressive here.
Absolutely. No reason not to keep the foot on the pedal here if you're Chaney.
As Chaney, I think, surprising everyone in the Valley football world right now. I don't think anyone was expecting this. 14-0. As we look back at another game going on right now, Ursuline is up 27-0, it looks like, against the Spartans. As we looked at that game to be a little bit more competitive, but much like this game right now, it looks like Ursuline is surprising the Spartans. I don't think they were ready for that juggernaut of an offense that Ursuline has. Ursuline we talked about the game last week with Ursuline losing that game to Fitch, but still was able to post 28 points against the Falcons.
Yeah, and at one time I think it was 21-20 last week. So
Ursuline does have the ability on offense to be dangerous.
Fitch has got to be careful here to not give up any more points. Chaney's got 2 timeouts left. They're going to get the ball, it looks like, unless something crazy happens. Really good field position.
Yeah, and we see now Fitch is going to have to elect a punt. Punter Walters is back right in his own end zone, getting good pressure on the punter, able to get the punt off and getting that ball received. Tries to cut back, goes back to the 50. Look at the speed there. Finally gets tackled out of bounds.
Looked like a little water bug running there with his feet.
Anthony Colton. As the Cowboys now will get the ball back. 36 seconds to go. And like you said, Scott, 2 timeouts. How big is that for Chaney right now?
Real big. And obviously they've got everything in their favor right now. Oh, they got a block in the back here. This is a tough penalty. It's going to cost them. Going to cost them 10 yards.
And a big break for the Falcons, as that's going to send Chaney back some more. As we see Chaney getting ready to take the field again, up 14-0. And I don't think anyone was expecting this. Not so much the Chaney scoring part, but the holding the Falcons to nothing in the first half right now, as Chaney's defense has been nothing short of stellar right now. As the Cowboys back on offense.
Got 4 receivers set, single back shotgun.
As it's Petrosky, Melton in the backfield. As Petrosky goes over top again, tries to get gets the 4 verticals, was not able to complete that pass. Incompletion brings up second down, but Petrosky showing confidence there.
And nothing to lose here. I mean, look, if it happens to get picked off, Fitch is going to get the ball at their own 30. You're going to have less than 30 seconds. So again, stay aggressive.
As now second down brought up, 30 seconds left in the first half of play. But, yeah, as we've seen, Doshawn Petrosky has been doing phenomenal for Chaney on offense, as the Falcons really have no response on the ground game as that ball is tipped, not able to receive it, but able to make something of it, runs right up the middle, gets the first down, and Morris Petrosky, and he goes out right around the 40-yard line.
He's out of bounds. He stops the clock, saves the timeout.
What a play by Petrosky.
Wow, just an athletic play.
To make something out of nothing that was there. 21 seconds now, and he gives his team a chance to score again.
And a missed tackle on that sideline over there could have stopped the clock, or could have brought him down, and Chaney would have had to use a timeout. But now they still have 2 timeouts left with 21 seconds.
Absolutely. Chaney threatening to make something else happen here in an already 14-0 lead for the Cowboys. And they are stunning the Falcons with every play. Petrosky now goes back, tries to throw it over top, gets that caught, able to cut the corner, trying to tackle him, get him down. And the tackling of the Falcons, it's just
timeout Chaney.
It proves to be nothing right now against the Cowboys, who have been just great at staying on their feet and avoiding tackles. That was Anthony Colton with the catch for the Cowboys.
Well, he's got some quick feet out there. He looks like a dancer on the football field. He's a little scat back.
And the speed right now of the Cowboys is just something the Falcons look like they're not ready for.
Well, and the thing that they've been able to neutralize Fitch's speed, so now, now it's just making plays.
11 seconds left here in the first half. Chaney still with 1 timeout. What do you see here? Maybe a short pass, quick timeout, and then.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that Chaney's kicker has a pretty strong leg, so they might be trying to get something lined up, maybe another 10, 15 yards, and give him a shot here.
As we see,
We
with
still have a timeout left.
11 seconds left here in this first half of play. Cowboys up 14-0, threatening to extend that lead.
Do a look up, try to pick up probably 10, 12, 15 yards here, call timeout, maybe kick it.
As Petrosky back out, and we got to talk about Jamie Melton. He's been a surprise. He's basically been the starter going forward. Coach Emil put him in, and he's been great for this Cowboys team out of the backfield. And Falcons, again, haven't really had any response for him. It's Petrosky taking the ball, looks to go over top, throws that ball up in the air, no good, through the hands of his receiver, goes out of bounds. 5 seconds now. What do you think they're doing here?
I think they're going to throw it in the end zone here. It'll be a little bit of a Hail Mary. Yeah. I mean, I don't think their kicker has the range from here. So I think you're going to see a ball thrown up in the end zone here.
He's looking to the sideline.
They'll probably stack receivers, 3 receivers to one side. Let's see what formation. I think far side you're going to have 3 receivers. Going to be a jump ball situation, I think, on the far side. I would think. Or maybe one-on-one on this side.
As this looks to be the last play of the first half. Cowboys threatening to extend their lead, up already 14-0. Petrosky with the snap, takes in the snap. 3 guys on the right side. Petrosky gets sacked there, and maybe a little bit of a confidence boost for the Falcons to be able to shut that one down and stop it. But going into the locker room now, Falcons are down 14-0. And what are you telling your team if you're Coach Parker right now?
Well, again, Chaney just really outplayed him the whole first half, and in all essence, it could be even a little bit worse than 14-0. But I think they're going to go in, they're going to regroup, and this is the first time Fitch has been in this situation all year long, and you're going to see a little bit of a character check here from Fitch, and I look for them to respond, and Coach Parker will go settle everybody down, make a few adjustments, and you'll come out, they'll get after it.
Before we take our break, let's take a quick look around the valley for some other scores are happening around us. As West Branch is up 21-7 against Alliance in the second quarter. Brookfield is up 7-0 against Garrettsfield. That's at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Carrollton is up over Salem 7-6. As we see, that is Warren JFK and Conneaut. End of the first quarter, both teams scoreless. Cardinal Mooney and East are both scoreless right now. Southern is up 28-8 on East Palestine. Poland up 20-0 on Girard in the second. as we see Jefferson up, or excuse me, Struthers up 14-7 on Jefferson. That is in the second quarter. Crestview is up 21-0 against LeBray in the second. Hubbard is up 28-0 against Lakeview in the second. Champion, we saw them last week, up 14-6 against Liberty in the second. Leetonia up 22-8 against Lisbon in the second. Springfield again in the second, up 14-0 against McDonald. End of the first quarter, Mineral Ridge and Western Reserve both scoreless. Canfield is up 24-14 in the second against New Philadelphia. As we see South Range up 7-0 against Niles. Jackson Milton up 14-0 against Sebring. St. Clairsville and East Liverpool both scoreless. And Ursuline is up 27-0 against Boardman. Also, Warren Harding and Maslin are both scoreless. Wellsville and United up 14-7 over Wellsville. That is our look around the league, around the valley, I should say, as those are your scores at halftime, as we will have the second half of play for this Falcons-Cowboys matchup right here on YSN after this break.
Our top story tonight.
More experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at efforts
Boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken.
Around our
Good
valley.
afternoon. We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect.
It's important for everyone.
No place like home.
More local news.
In Mercer County
Before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at BairdBrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth, quality, and knowledge and attention to detail displayed by Dickey Electric makes them stand out above all the rest.
For state-of-the-art expertise and a timeless commitment to our customers, contact Joe Dickey Electric. We are everything electrical.
Friday night, it's fresh limousine. I'm feeling pretty good about myself, like I'm living the dream. Platform shoes.
trusted our families to help you with your Medicare needs.
Myers Family Insurance looks forward to helping you now.
For years to come,
So call our family today and remind them how cute we are.
Myers Family Insurance continues to be the area's resource for all your Medicare and retirement needs. Call today, 330-286-3044.
Armstrong Local Programming has always delivered an exclusive and unique perspective on the very best events your region offers. High school sports, community events, parades, all your favorite shows from Armstrong are now calling the Neighborhood Channel their home.
Watch Out and About, Locally Speaking, and many other great local shows right here on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Find out everything the Neighborhood Channel has to offer at ArmstrongNeighborhood.com. Spirit, town pride, local communities. Welcome to the neighborhood.
2020 will be a season like we've never seen before, but 21 Sports and YSN will be there for every key moment. The plays, the players, and the stories that will headline this season. Delivered by 21 Sports and YSN.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is here, so it's all hands on deck to make sure your plans still meet your needs for 20.
Call us today.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Your Armstrong services are more important than ever.
There are more and more connected devices in the home these days. To get the most out of your experience, you need a network that is always getting better. You deserve superior performance, and that's what Armstrong offers every day. Whether you're working from home, enjoying your favorite content together, or simply catching up while apart, count on Armstrong to keep you connected to what matters most.
Attention football fans, order Coca's Pizza tailgate package for only $54.99. You'll receive 24 slices of our delicious cheese pizza, 20 jumbo wings, and 2 of our famous foot-long pepperoni rolls. Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot. Attention all football fans, if you can't see your team play, come and dine with us and watch it live at Boardman, Canfield, or Cortland. Or staying at home, we'll deliver right to your door. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
We are back now for second half of play as Cowboys have resumed field. Have yet to see the Falcons, but Scott, what a surprising turn of events that happened in that first quarter with the Falcons down going into this first half, I should say, get down going into the second half, 14-0 right now. And as we see what Chaney's done well on offense, they've run the ball, they've been able to throw over the top when they needed to, and Falcons defensively have just not been able to respond and do anything about it. So you talked a little bit about the Falcons strategy going into this this next half, and they need to throw the ball more. What are some what were you saying? Spread the field? Sir.
Yeah, what they wanted to try, obviously, and with their skilled athletes that they have, they need to continue to spread the field, and Sherwood start balancing and distributing the ball and throwing the ball more vertically down the field and taking some shots, and I think that's what you're going to see. But the key thing with Chaney is they've been able to control the line of scrimmage both defensively and offensively, and that's been the most impressive thing. And obviously their linebackers have been very aggressive also on the defense, so that kept them in there early, and then their offense was able to catch some momentum, and it's 14-0.
As we see stats from that first half, Devin Sherwood held 8 of 11 passing, only 59 passing yards in that first half. And if anyone knows of Devin Sherwood, that's an extraordinarily low number for him in this type of game, and that just shows the way Chaney's been able to shut it down. And like you said, Scott, I mean, nothing over top has been the Falcons haven't been able to make their big explosive plays that they're used to making week in and week out, and Chaney's really been able to hold them to those little 5-yard dump-off passes, but they've been good at keeping it at just that 5 yards. They haven't been able to break it off of anything. As we talked about this rivalry with both coaches, and one thing we talked about Coach Emil, we asked him that with his team doing some things really well the last 2 games, though the record 0-2. We asked him what are some things that the team can improve upon. He said finishing plays on both sides of the ball. It's that simple. Straightforward answer from Coach Emil. I think that first half, at least, they've been finishing plays and they've been extending plays. As we said, as no play has really been dead. We saw that end of the that second quarter where Polchowski fumbled with that football, able to pick it up and make something out of it.
Chaney's athleticism obviously has been able to kind of stalemate Fitch. I mean, they're one of the very few teams that can match up and athletically be able to go man-to-man with Fitch, and I think that's what you're seeing, specifically on the defensive side of the ball with their defensive line and their linebackers being so athletic, and they've got good size.
And then we talked with Coach Parker of the Falcons, and, a question was, some of the kids on the team, they might not remember the Battle of the West Side between Chaney and Fitch. I asked him to talk to me about this renewed rivalry and what it means to him as a coach. He said, there's no doubt this rivalry is renewed. Some things have been said from the time I got the job that I don't appreciate as a resident teacher and coach in the Austintown community. Our kids and families feel the same way. This game is something Chaney wanted, so we were excited to make it happen. And yeah, Chaney's been wanting to make this game happen, as we've seen. They've been wanting this this whole game to be renewed, this rivalry to be renewed. As you hinted at earlier, Scott, this used to be the first game of the season between these teams. So it was something that Chaney wanted, And boy, have they delivered in this game so far.
Yeah, they've stepped up to the plate, and you know, now we're going to see how Fitch handles this. Like I say, this is the first time that the Falcons have been in this situation all year long. So, from a coaching standpoint, you know, you never want to be down 14-0, but this is a great opportunity. It's a great teaching moment for Coach Parker and her staff to see where their guys are and how they respond being down. Because when you get to the playoffs, and if you're ever down 14-0, if that doesn't happen during the regular season, you don't know how to react to that.
Yep, and it's going to be the first bit of adversity that Coach Parker is going to face now going into the second half, held scoreless. And we said it, too, earlier in the broadcast. This is the first time that Fitch and Chaney have matched up since back in 2010. And these are different teams in different circumstances right now. We talked, too, about Devin Sherwood with his passing. He has 562 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions on the season. Still taking care of the ball, has not turned it over, have the Falcons. But the Cowboys have just been playing clean defense and just not really allowing any plays to happen.
Yeah, everything's in front of them, nothing big. A few passes horizontally, couple first downs, but other than that, nothing big to change any momentum or swing anything thus far.
As we got to look towards the Falcon defense as well. That's another big question mark as Chaney was able to handle them pretty well. Last week against Ursuline, the Falcons defense fared pretty well. Donovan Oliver had 2 sacks last week. Kyrie Long with an interception last week. Falcons have been good at getting turnovers on defense, though, and that's something that they've been lacking so far in this game. And you could see that, too, with the time of possession swinging heavily into Chaney's favor in that first half of play. As Chaney will receive the kickoff to start, and that ball is up, and ball is fumbled, able to recover it, though was Chaney trying to go up the middle with it and tackled and stopped there. Didn't get a good eye on who that was able to get the ball.
Anthony Colton, number 3, yep.
Anthony Colton with a kickoff return. And excitement running a little bit high maybe. Fumbled the ball there, maybe wanted to make another play happen, but Falcons kept it in front of them, and Chaney will be starting, it looks like, right at the 25-ish.
And here's the other thing, if you flip it onto the Chaney side, you had such a great first half, but you can't be satisfied. You got 2 quarters left. So you lose, the halftime breaks the momentum a little bit. So let's see how they react with a lead.
As this is going to be a huge drive to start, and may determine where the momentum swings, as if the Falcons can get a quick 4-and-out here or get the ball back quickly off of Chaney, it would prove to be huge for the Falcons, as Delshawn Petrowski with the ball, and that ball is fumbled again. It's Chaney with some fumble issues, making something out of it yet again, though, and go right up the field, get a first down and more. And boy, Falcons are causing these turnover opportunities, not taking advantage.
Wow, the ball was on the carpet, and Colton picked it up, and if Fitch sees that ball and falls on it, that could be that big turnover. But wow, what a play.
As we said, Fitch has been, that's the 3rd time now that the football has been knocked loose, but Chaney, every time able to recover the fumble and make something out of it, as they did there, got a first down and more. So another great play by the Cowboys, as Delshawn Petrowski takes the snap, tries to run right up the gut again, and tries a shoelace tackle, able to hold on and take him down, but he got about half the yardage there, 5 yards on the carry, and that's been killing the Falcons.
That looked like a quarterback draw called play there. Yeah.
As now brings up 2nd and 4 for the Cowboys, and not what you wanted to see for the Falcons, for the Cowboys to start running it right up the middle. Falcons desperately needing a stop on this drive. As Petrowski handing it off, going up the middle, stopping him short of the first down marker. That was Melton again. With
3rd and short.
And a big 3rd down situation. 3rd and 1 to go for the Cowboys. You think this might possibly be 4-down territory here?
I don't know. I think you're going to see a quarterback read here offensively. I don't see them throwing the ball up here. I think you're going to see a read here. Let's see what.
It's Petrowski taking the ball, handing it off. No, keeping the ball, and Falcons reading that play beautifully. Gonna need to bring in the reinforcements to even get Petrowski on the ground. Able to do so, sacks him back in the backfield, and brings up 4th and 5. Cowboys look to maybe punt here.
Big stop there by Fitch.
Absolutely. As you don't want to see the Cowboys come out and score yet again. That puts you in a pretty deep hole, down 21-0 right now. 9 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter of play. As the Falcons lining up. As that kick is blocked! Able to recover it are the Falcons. They fall on it. Looks like good field position for the Falcons, and that's just what the doctor ordered. As the Falcons now right in the red zone, threatening to score right off the bat.
And they've been coming after the kicker since the first punt of the game, and they finally got one. As special team turnover could change the whole swing of the game.
As that could have gone for a touchdown, fumbled with the ball trying to recover it, just fell on it on the end, made sure that they came up with it. But nonetheless, the best field position the Falcons have been up with all night so far.
And here's your sudden change here. Let's see if they go. Simon's out here one-on-one. Let's see if they go over top.
As we see now, Devin Sherwood back out on the field.
There it is.
Sherwood
There it is.
goes right to Simons, tries to get it in the end zone to Simons. Pass, not intercepted, broken up play though. Great defense again by the Cowboys. That was Kevon Moore with the tipped pass. That, like you said, intended for Simons. Simons has that size and that speed. Went up for it, just great extension by Moore to break up that pass.
And don't be surprised if they go right back to him again. We got one-on-one coverage, the same at the near side here.
As the Falcons with the snap. Handoff there to James. James with a nice cut going up the middle with it. Let's see how many yardage he got on that. Good running by James. Short of the first down, it looks like, but by only a few yards. As that brings up 3rd and 4. 4-down territory, you think here, Scott? Or you think they need to get points on the board?
Yeah, got 3 receivers set near side, single back shotgun.
As Sherwood back to the handoff. James fighting for every bit of yards. Let's see. Doesn't look like he got it there.
Going to be about 3rd and 2 maybe.
That brings up.
Or 4th and 2. Yes.
4th and 2.
Yes.
And this is a big decision time for the Falcons and Coach Parker. As Chaney responding after the turnover, able to hold the Falcons to a 4th down right now. And it's going to be a huge 4th down for the Falcons and for the Cowboys if the Cowboys are able to get a turnover on downs.
I think a new quarterback's in.
And tries to run it right up the gut. Looks like they stuffed him, and they did stuff him. Goes right back, and Chaney getting the ball back. Boy, the Falcons with the opportunity to score there, unable to do anything.
That looked like a direct snap. Didn't look like Sherwood, number 8 for Austintown.
As we see,
I think was the new quarterback. It looked like a direct snap.
As they subbed out Sherwood. Interesting call. And that could have been Donovan Oliver, as we see. Nonetheless,
it was number 8, yeah. And Sherwood was not in there.
Nonetheless, Chaney will be starting.
Interesting call, but obviously they've worked on it, so they're kind of a wildcat.
As we see, Chaney's going to be starting on the 8-yard line, though. So,
but the biggest thing is they're pinned back, so they figure, okay, if we hold them and get the ball back, keep them on that side of the field.
14-0. Chaney just getting the ball back on another great defensive stop by the Cowboys. And trying to take it up the gun. He takes it right up the gun, gets a 1st down and more, and they are fired up right now, are the Cowboys. Darius Humbert with the carry there, taking it right up the gun, getting a 1st down, and the Cowboys are moving again.
Wow, that's a big run there on 1st down.
And as you imagine, I mean, Falcons, they had their golden opportunity to get some points on the board, but Chaney, incredible defense to stop that from happening. And the snap, Petrowski hands it off, cutting the corner again. The running of the Cowboys is just insane right now. Fitch has no answers for it.
Wow, and the offensive line is just absolutely taking control of the game for Chaney. And they're staying aggressive. The backs are running hard. This series right here, this is huge for Fitch to stay in this game.
That's Alton Perkins. They call him AP for the Cowboys, as he got a big run there and another 1st down. 7.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Petrowski fakes the handoff, reads, goes for himself now, cuts the corner again, another big run, and Hardfall able to get back up, tackled right around the 40-yard line, another first down for Chaney, and they are threatening to score yet again.
And it looks like Fitch looks a little tired on defense right now, and they're kind of running the hurry up, which is smart. Got them on their heels.
As the Cowboys now, with Petrowski back, he's been able to, anytime a play looks like be broken up or anytime they get pressure, Petrowski's been able to get out of it. As Melton taking it up the gut.
Gets 4.
Another 4 yards. Excuse me, that was Humbert with the run there. And it brings up second down, 2nd and 6 for the Cowboys. And by doing this running attack, they're moving down the field, but they're also burning a lot of clock right now.
6:44 clock running, which is going to take a lot of the third quarter. And they started at their own, I believe, 15?
Started deep back. It might have actually been further back. It might have been, I think it was the 8-yard line that the Cowboys started out. And pass there. Petrowski tries to go over top. No good. No flags on the play. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, the quarterback and receiver were not on the same page there.
As we saw, not even a look back by the receivers, as that just sailed over the head. Nonetheless, nothing coming of it. 3rd and 6 now.
But again, actually a good call thrown over top and kind of keep them loose.
They're looking now.
Big play here.
Chaney with the 3rd down. 3rd and 6 as the Chaney faithful are getting super loud here. Despite the number of fans in attendance being limited, they're still loud and up on their feet. Petrowski with the handoff. Falcons able to stuff it and brings up 4th down. Interesting coming up here, 4th down.
Yeah, and I see them going for it. I don't see, they're going to be right back at the line of scrimmage here. Going to be about 4th and 3, long 3, 4th and 4.
As it's going to be a huge stop for the Falcons if they could come up with it. And you'd hope, if you're the Falcons right now, you hope that your offense gets on the field and takes their sweet time going down the field. Because
don't be surprised if Chaney takes a timeout here. Well,
as we
going
see,
to the line of scrimmage. Last time they ran a quarterback read. Oh, we got five receivers set, empty back, shotgun.
As Petrowski.
First time all night.
Petrowski faking the screen pass, gets in trouble in the backfield, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Another turnover created by the Falcons. Unable to make something of it last time, but giving their offense another opportunity as the Falcons defense.
Defense made a stand. That was crucial. 5:33 left, third quarter.
Backs against the wall now, and you got to be looking towards Devin Sherwood, quarterback for the Falcons, to come up with some answers here, because he's been missing some passes. Chaney's been well defending a lot of those passes, but you need to try to make something pop here.
And the other thing with Chaney being able to keep the ball for some longer drives, the defense has been off the field, so they're still fresh. You're going to see some pressure here from Chaney.
As now Devin Sherwood, Jameel James in the back. Hand it back off to Jamel, who tries to power his way right up the field, gets about 2, maybe 3 yards on that. Falcons are electing to run with James a lot, but Cowboys really aren't letting him break off for anything.
Cam Sly with a great tackle there, linebacker.
And I think that's one thing we have to point out between the discrepancy between defenses here is that the Cowboys tackling has just been better than the Falcons right now. Chaney's making all the tackles, and they're stopping players dead in their tracks. Devin Sherwood, dump off pass, no good through his hands, and another misplay by the Falcons.
Cam Sly, I think, got a little stinger here on the sideline for Chaney. The linebacker made that great tackle on the last play. He's on the sideline moving his shoulder around.
As they brought Tyree Mitchell in, tried to get a pass dumped off to him was Sherwood. Through the hands of Mitchell, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This is really big.
3rd and 8 now coming up for the Falcons. We've talked about them and their quick strike ability, but Chaney's been able to shut the door on that for all intents and purposes right now.
Leskovic's been quiet tonight, number 6 for Fitch.
Leskovac and Simon. Simon's usually a big name receiving-wise. Throwing it over the middle, tried to catch it, almost intercepted pass is tipped, and there looks to be, you think, that might be pass interference on that call.
Yes, that's what the call is going to be.
Much to the dismay of the Chaney faithful here. as it looks to be pass interference, and it's going to give the Falcons a first down, and a huge first down, and they caught a break there. And that is Jason Hewlett. We've been calling his name a lot on great defensive plays, but
that's a huge call on 3rd and long.
Maybe got a little bit too handsy. I didn't really see where the penalty happened there, but maybe just got
close.
Too handsy from Hewlett, and Falcons get a first down. They're going to be right at their 50 now. And a big break for the Falcons. See if they could take any advantage of it. As Devin Sherwood now with the snap, rolls out to his left. Devin Sherwood in trouble trying to break out of it, trying to run with it. Devin Sherwood keep going. He maybe got back up to the line of scrimmage, and that's probably the best thing that could have happened in that situation.
And again, what's happening is Chaney's defensive line is getting the pressure, and Fitch is having trouble keeping them out of the backfield, and Sherwood doesn't have enough time to throw tonight, creating havoc.
As we've been looking towards Todd Simon's last game against Ursuline, 5 receptions, 163 yards, and he had the the touchdown pass from Sherwood last week. So he has been held silent so far in this game as well. They've tried to target him a couple of times, but it's usually been Jason Hewlett that's been on him, and he's been shutting it down. Sherwood now pass over the top, trying to get it to Simons. No good there. And now the passes are sailing a little too high, and you think the pressure, maybe Sherwood's getting a little bit nervous, a little anxious back there. And
well, and he's hearing footsteps, I think, right now. And the timing's just a little bit off on their routes and their passing and catching. Yeah.
And now it's a 3rd and 11, another big play for the Falcons. Chaney's defense has been doing phenomenal at holding Fitch on 3rd downs, which Fitch has usually been really good at this season so far. Let's see what Devin Sherwood is able to do. Devin Sherwood now rolling out, tries to dump off a screen pass, able to get the corner, cut it in more. He's got the first down and more. Cuts to the sideline, gets tackled right around the 20-yard line, and a big pop play for the Falcons. Huge. As Tyree Mitchell with a huge play for the Falcons, keeping them in it now on the 20-yard line. And that's just what the Falcons needed in that situation. Lucky break for the Falcons to make something pop there. Now threatening to score is Fitch, and against Chaney's defense here. Fakes the handoff is Sherwood. Dumps off another screen pass. Missed tackle there. Able to get some yardage.
Wow.
It's Tyler Evans.
That's a long throw to the opposite, to the far sideline.
Gets about half the yardage needed, maybe. 2nd and 7 brought up, about three, maybe 4. 2nd and 7, 3:05 left in the 3rd quarter. As Falcons threatening to score again. Sherwood with the handoff. James trying to cut up the middle. Able to get some good yardage. Maybe the first down, let's see. He fell over right around.
Looks like going to be 3rd and short. Oh, wait a minute.
We'll see. And they are going to move the chains. It looks to be a first down.
Got it.
Tyree Mitchell, another big play, running that time after the screen pass. Able to get the first down last time, and another big first down. Falcons now starting on the 11, just outside. And the handoff again, up the middle, trying to get right in. Got into right about the 5-yard line, and another big run. Tyree Mitchell, he's been the answer for the Falcons in this drive as he's coming up with big plays left and right. 2:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Falcons down 14-0, threatening to score. 2nd down and 4 to go on the 5-yard line. And another handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell able to cut the corner, goes right into the end zone for the score, and the Falcons are on the board, cutting the lead of the Cowboys, 14-6. Extra point coming up. And boy, what did the Falcons do well with Tyree Mitchell in that drive?
Well, once they picked up that big first down, running a screen pass with Mitchell, then they kind of stayed with their hurry-up offense somewhat, and they kept Chaney on their heels. And now the offensive line for Fitch has got some surge now. Got a little bit of push. So, boy, this has turned into a really good football game now.
As Josiah Burneye with the extra point, and no doubt in this position of the game, down 14-6, this is a huge extra point after attempt. Burneye able to split the uprights, send it through, 14-7 game. And, you know, with all the lore that we hear about from old Falcons and Chaney alumni back in those 80s and 90s, early 2000 Bruiser games, it's this looks pretty similar to those type of games right now.
This is a throwback game, and boy, I'll tell you, it's going to come down to a couple plays here. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and see both defenses looks a little bit tired. They're going to have to catch their second win because this is going to really get good.
No doubt a huge score, though, from the Falcons, and puts them right back in this game now, down by only 7, looking for another defensive stop against the Cowboys, who have been deadly on the ground so far. As another updated score, Ursuline is up 33-7 against the Spartans, and I don't know if anyone was expecting a blowout like that. You would have thought that the Spartans maybe had some more fight in them after that big win against East, but Ursuline handling them pretty well, and that's Boardman too. As we see, Chaney will get the ball back. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, though. And Falcons, I mean, got 2 big defensive stops, got stuffed there earlier on in the game, right around the end zone. But how big would another stop be here for the Falcons?
Well, again, yeah, the defense, if they can get the ball right back, and the offense has got a little bit of mojo to them now, being able to score in that last series. You know, this thing could be tied before too long.
And as we saw too in that series, interestingly enough, is that Devin Sherwood did not elect to pass that much, and they went more with a ground attack with Tyree Mitchell, and it did pay off. It culminated in a touchdown for the Falcons, and it was just what they needed. Now, down 14-7 though, Cowboys will get the ball back. And I think the key to stopping the Cowboys is stopping the speed, and I don't know if you can do that with Doshan Petrowski. He's been stellar for the Cowboys tonight, and receives that kickoff right back by the 5, trying to go up, and a great shoelace tackle to stop anything from going further.
He's one step from going a long way.
Absolutely, a great shoelace tackle by the Falcons, and it stops them right at the 25, but yet another big stop coming for the Falcons if they can make it happen, as Chaney gets the ball 1st and 10 now on the 25-yard line, as Poland is up on Girard 26-7 in the third quarter. Pretty much what we expected out of the Poland Bulldogs going into that game, as they've been a juggernaut on offense so far this year. As we see now, Petrowski back out on the field. Handoff there. And Falcons do a good job of shutting that run up the middle down. Melton gets about 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry, it looked like. And it was 3 yards. 2nd and 7 is brought up now. But this is what Chaney did in the drive earlier in the game. Towards the end of the second quarter, they lulled the Falcons defense to sleep with all the running attacks, and then they were able to get that big pop play over top with the pass by Petrowski, and another handoff to Melton. Melton able to cut the side. He gets tackled short of the marker.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 is going to come up, and a huge 3rd down for the Falcons. We're in the third quarter, and it looks Mineral Ridge and Western Reserve are still scoreless out there during the third quarter of play. Big defensive game going on over there as well.
Huge here, 3rd and 1. Let's see what they do. They went quarterback read the last series and got stopped.
As Petrowski, delayed snap, decides to go over top with it. Ball is up, no good. See if there's any flags on the play. No flags are thrown, and they hold him now. That's a 4th down. Interesting situation coming up now here, Scott.
Let's see if they keep the offense on the field. Now, the punting team's coming on. Can't afford to do that.
It's one of the it's the situation, though, if they get the ball back, that's just threatening Fitch to score again. So what do you think the strategy is going into this next drive if Falcons get the ball back here?
I think you're going to see Fitch stay on the ground. They had success last series. I think they're going to continue to run the ball.
As we saw Tyree Mitchell getting a load of those handoffs in that last series, he was able to make that into a touchdown to end. And that punt is up and takes a bounce, stops right around the 30.5-yard line, right in between 30 and 31. And that's where the Falcons will start for undoubtedly one of the biggest drives of the game for Fitch. 30 seconds left in the third quarter, down by 7. And this is going to be a huge drive for the Falcons right now.
And for the defensive Chaney, let's see if they can respond and get the defense off the field and get the ball back to the offense. We'll see what this is a crucial series here. 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
And when we talked with Coach Emil from Chaney, Chaney coming into this game 0-2 with a loss to both Ursuline and Howland, but he was adamant on telling us we don't play like an 0-2 team, and they certainly do not. They are dynamic on all sides of the ball. Back to that handoff, nothing there. Stuffed that one.
And Chaney got pressure in the backfield there. You had 3 Chaney guys in the backfield right when he was getting the handoff. So
as the Falcons brought up now, 2nd and 10, no yardage gained in that situation.
Timeout, I believe it looks like.
I think they're just going to go.
Oh,
it might be end of the quarter.
Yep. Sorry. Yep.
As the third quarter will bleed out. And we're going to have a fourth quarter of play that is promising and looks to be an exciting play with the Falcons getting the ball with a 2nd and 10 situation coming up. We'll have that fourth quarter of play and much more here on YSN right after this break.
21 News.
Let's get right to our top story tonight.
More experienced reporters.
A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories.
We'll look at efforts
boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken.
Around our valley.
Community in Niles.
We are here in Youngstown. Right up.
Because you expect.
It's important for everyone. No place like home.
More local news.
In Mercer County
Before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily.
We are back now. At the start
the following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
14-7 to the Cowboys. 2nd down and 10 coming up as Jamel James able to cut the corner. Looks like he may have gotten a first down on that, and he did. They're going to move the chains, and a huge first down for the Falcons. Close to the 50, got it right about the 44-yard line.
That was a big run by James.
And it looks like they kind of caught Chaney off guard with that. He was able to get the corner. There was no one in front of him. He was able to cut it and go right up the field with it. Falcons now will start on the 44-yard line, 1st down.
We have a timeout on the injury. Looks like it might be a cramp.
Gives both the Falcons and the Cowboys a chance to talk things over, though.
And you're getting into the fourth quarter now. You're going to see some guys with cramps. This is what usually happens. You get a little tired. Got to stay hydrated.
That's now 1st down, though, nonetheless for the Falcons. And it's going to be an interesting game as now back-to-back weeks, Scott, you and I have seen some pretty big defensive games with the Southeast champion game last week and now another one here. As of course, last week we saw a Southeastern champion both held scoreless for a majority of that first half, and that's the second half as well. Southeast inevitably ended up winning that game, but another great defensive game here as both teams have just been able to shut things out for the most part, except for the running game. Passing game really hasn't hurt either team too much, other than the big pop play from Petrowski earlier for the Cowboys. Other than that, it's been all on the ground. As both teams have yet to start now. Let's see, talking things over, making sure that they have the right game plan going forward, as this is undoubtedly a huge drive coming up. Is able to walk off the field for Chaney. That's number 7. That's Darius Humbert. He's able to walk off the field. He's okay, and that's great to see. You always want to see that. And we are back ready for some football now. 11 minutes, 47 seconds and ticking. At the Falcons down by 7. Cowboys in a situation where a hold here would be crucial for them. As we see now, Sherwood back. Subbing out now, Tyree Mitchell back in the game. Ball goes to Mitchell, and he gets stuffed right there at the 40, loss of yardage.
There's Clive Wilson in the backfield again.
For the Falcons, it's Clive Wilson with another one, and there goes
another injury. Tyree Mitchell down.
Tyree Mitchell down. He's the one who had the touchdown the last drive. And he looks to be banged up pretty bad. We're going to hope for the best for Mitchell. As with that injury on the field, why don't we take a quick break here on YSN.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at bairdbrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M come at least limp off the field, but that's a good sight to see. You never want to see anyone leave out here on a stretcher or cart or anything like that. So good to see him at least walking out. As Falcons, though, will miss him. He was a big integral part of the touchdown last drive, but we hope everything is all right with Mitchell going forward. Sherwood now with the ball, stepping forward. He's going to run with the ball. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, gets tackled right around there. Got about the yards back that they lost. As we don't see Sherwood running too often, but yet he kind of has to in this situation with the way that Chaney's been pressuring him.
Chaney's doing a really nice job of taking some of the receivers out of the game, and they're getting some pressure. A lot of athleticism on that side of the ball.
As another big third down, 3rd and 7 for the Falcons, or excuse me, 3rd and 9 for the Falcons. And it's going to be a big 3rd down coming up. Sherwood with the snap. Sherwood steps up, slings the ball, rock right to the sidelines. Looks like it was a caught ball, and it is. 1st down for the Falcons, and another big 1st down. As we see the Falcons, they've been brought up in a lot of 3rd down situations this drive, Scott, but they've been able to respond to them.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch and catch there. Picks up the 1st down, keeps the drive moving.
As Sherwood able to make the throw when needed. Another 1st down for the Falcons. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this game. Falcons down 14-7 to the Cowboys. Another snap. Handoff. No, it wasn't a handoff. Fake. It's Sherwood now running the corner. Goes right up the middle. Looks like he may have gotten the 1st down. Tackled right out the sideline, right by it. Let's see if they gave it to him. It's either 1st down or 2nd and short. Nope, it's a 1st down. And we don't talk about it, but Sherwood's got some speed. A 4.7, 40-yard dash is what he runs.
And in a game like this, he breaks contain and is able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive moving for Fitch.
There's another big 1st down. And that one does go to Jamel James, who's able to cut the corner, go up, and looks like he's got a 1st down, and now the Falcons are rolling. Their mojo is coming back, it looks like. Another 1st down, chains move again. Falcons threatening to score. And the the Falcons, they were having trouble with the passing game, but they're finding some success on the ground now, Scott, and it's working out for them. As Devin Sherwood, handoff again, going right up the gut. Looks like he got about 4 yards maybe on the carry. That was Jamel James. And no doubt, 9:15 left in the game, and another player down. This time it's on the Chaney side of the ball. This one doesn't look as bad. Maybe, like you said, just some cramping issues going on.
Well, yeah, and I think you got some tired bodies now. This has been a very physical football game, as we talked about at the beginning. So you're going to have some cramps. You're going to have guys getting tired. They got to make sure they stay hydrated, a lot of water.
As we're going to come out, it's going to be a 2nd and 7. Falcons are on the 22-yard line, threatening to score. They're right around field goal range, though. But I mean, you obviously want a touchdown in this situation. But do you think they elect to go field goal now? Do you think points are important at that? 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the game.
I see them staying aggressive. I mean, and if it's within, I'd say 3 to 4 yards, even 5 yards, I think they'll go for it. Because I think they feel like their defense now is going to be able to get the ball back for them. There's still 9 minutes left, roughly. I mean, if there's less time, maybe they go for points, but I think they'll stay aggressive and go for it.
And of course, the Falcons defense has been able to rest too. There's been a long drive for the Falcons offensively. There's been some injuries too that have delayed this drive. So I mean, the Falcons defense has had a lot of time to rest up going forward. As we are now a 2nd and 7 situation for Austintown, right on the cusp of the red zone. Snap by Sherwood, hands it off to James. James going up the middle with it. He's going to get some good yardage on that, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and short situation.
Two play call here, no question.
As now the Falcons are now in the red zone, inside of the 20-yard line.
Unless something crazy happens where they get a penalty or lose yardage.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 in this situation. 8:50 to go in the game. As Devin Sherwood back, Jamel James back as well. He's been the workhorse on this drive. Jamel James with the snap, goes right up the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down, it looks like, and another 1st down for the Falcons, and a huge 1st down.
Got some tired bodies on that defensive side for Chaney now. Again, very physical game.
And I mean, Chaney's defense and that defensive line was incredible the first 3 quarters of play. But that's the things you sacrifice too. They stopped the Falcons a lot in those 3 quarters.
Don't be surprised if you say Sherwood do a little read with James here and maybe keep the ball. Let's see.
As 1st down is brought up. Motioning there with Simons, and that handoff goes to James. James cuts it up inside, goes about 5, maybe 6 yards, maybe even some more. So he was able to power his way through that pile. We'll see what they mark it. No doubt. 4 yards on that carry. 2nd and 6 coming up now for the Falcons. And right there, right on the edge of the red zone, I mean, they're starting right on the 9-yard line. Right there, and I mean, this is the biggest chance the Falcons have at tying the game. Another handoff to James. James trying to power his way up the middle. It looks like he definitely got the 1st down. No, he got the touchdown. He kept powering his way right up the middle. Jamel James with the touchdown. 14-13. Extra point to tie it for the Falcons.
Ground and pound. And again, Chaney's defense really tired right now. You've seen guys getting second attempt yardage and being able to carry guys into the end zone.
As we see, extra point, huge extra point opportunity by Josiah Burneye. Tie the game at 14 if it's made, obviously. 14-13, Chaney leading it. That kick is up, goes right through the uprights. We have a tie game here, Scott. 7:35 left on the clock. Chaney's going to get the ball back, though, but boy, what a game this is so far, and Falcons waking up offensively here in the second half.
Well, and that's the old yards after contact, the old yak. He carried 3 or 4 guys in the end zone, all on his effort Very impressive run by James.
As we saw James, it looked like he was tackled right around the 3, but he stretched that out, got into the end zone, and said, you know, I'll do it myself, put the whole team on me. And that's 14 all now. And just what a great game by both the Cowboys and Falcons in this affair, and what great defense we've seen from both teams, and just it's that punch, counter punch, that just strategic chess game that both coaches are playing. And you know, it speaks a lot too, the adversity of Coach Parker's team there. He was able to come out and tie the game when down 14-0. And 7:35. Falcons defense should be fresh coming into this, but Chaney has been a step away from breaking out some big kickoff returns, so you got to watch out. They look to be dangerous in these types of situations.
The good thing with Fitch on that drive, obviously tying the game up, the most important thing, but Fitch's defense was allowed to rest a little bit there, but then on the field a lot in the first half, so that gave them a rest on that series, so that should help.
As now, you know, game gets tied back up. You know, the momentum's in favor of the Falcons right now. If you're Coach Emile right now for this Chaney Cowboys team, what are you saying to your team right now?
Well, again, you got to stay within what you've been doing, and it's going to come down to that offensive and defensive line. The line of scrimmage is going to determine this game.
As both teams' offensive and defensive lines have been nothing but workhorses for their teams today. As a little squib kick, and they didn't want to. No, it was an onside kick, and the Falcons recover it. It looked to be a squib kick. That's what I thought it was. No, it was an onside kick. The Falcons recover it. Chaney wasn't ready for it. What a play by the Falcons there.
With all the momentum, Chaney was on their heels there. They gave up the score, and they just weren't ready for that.
What a gutsy play by Coach Parker and the Fitch Falcons. And wow, we saw last week too, Southeastern champion. We saw them try to do it. Almost went their way last week, but this week it does. The onside kick does go their way, and Fitch getting the ball back. And that gives more time now for the defense to rest if they need.
Well, true, and again, her sudden change again after a big play. Don't be surprised if they take a shot in the end zone here.
What a turn of events this has been. Falcons getting the ball back. Jamel James now taking the ball right up, and he keeps going like a bull rushing right through the line. He gets about 5 yards on that carry.
No secrets here. Chaney's defense is really tired now. I just think you're going to see a lot of ground and pound here.
And we're seeing some substitutions in and out. Coach Emile trying to go deeper into his bench, but he was doing that a lot in the first few quarters. He was subbing guys in and out offensively, not too much defensively, but he's trying to keep these guys fresh, but it's in these situations, it's hard to do that. And back to throw. Sherwood caught, knocked loose. Are they calling it no? Dead ball, not a fumble.
Yeah, he didn't have control of that, Leskovac. No. Good defensive play.
As the Cowboys faithful really were wanting a fumble in that situation. If that would have no doubt been a touchdown in that situation. But a good defensive play, and it brings up third down. 3rd and 8, actually, for the Falcons.
I'm sorry, that was Jaden Murray that didn't catch the ball. I misspoke. I thought it was Nate Leskovic. It was number 5, Jaden Murray.
As a great defensive play, though, by the Cowboys, brings up 3rd and long. As a snap by Sherwood. Sherwood trying to go over top, try to feed it in, not able to get it to Leskovac. Tried to go with a pass there. Just a little bit wide of Leskovac's reach. And that brings up 4th down.
Interesting call here. Interesting call here. If you go for it and not make it, you give Chaney pretty good field position out at the 44. I think they're going to punt here. I think you're going to see them pin him back, yeah.
Try to pin him back here. Plenty of room to punt. We'll see. 6:49 to go.
Nothing fancy here. Pin him back and let your defense try to get the ball back.
As the momentum going back in Chaney's favor.
Oh, now we have that same formation that we had the trick play on in the first half. Let's see if Coach Emile calls timeout on this. Same thing they picked up the first down in the first half. Triple set, both near and far.
And a pass over the middle, and he got it. What a catch. Another trick play, and it works out for the Falcons again. They're pulling out all the bags of tricks from the 2 trick plays, one earlier in the game, an onside kick. What a great play by the Fitch Falcons. And you got to figure, though, if you're Chaney, you should have been ready for that. You figure, right?
Tell you what, Coach Parker staying aggressive, pulling out all the stops.
As that pass went to A.J. Bird over the center, and just able to get right to the first down marker. And Coach Parker, we saw it in the Boardman game too, Scott, with him trying to score with that minute left in that game, trying to leg out a field goal at the very least, and he's proven time and time again, I'll be aggressive as much as I can be. And you know, those kind of plays, sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
but
same formation, threw it in the middle of the field instead of on that little screen he threw in the first half out of that same formation.
And it's 5:53 left in this game. Falcons with a 2nd down and 7 right now. And another big trick play after the onside kick to get the ball back. Falcons now threatening again. Sherwood taking the ball back, had time to throw, able to sling that pass over the middle. Caught. It looks like that
forward progress going to be a little bit short, 3rd and 1 it looks like.
That looked to be Todd Simons with the catch. As Simons, we finally say his name now.
Yeah, no hurry here, 5:21 left.
As we look, Mooney was up on East 7-0 over East down there. Low scoring game for Mooney. As we bring up a flag is on.
False start.
See what that penalty is. Looks to be a false start, and that's going to be a huge penalty against the Falcons in this situation.
Well, that's a big penalty off 3rd and 1. Now goes 3rd and 6.
And that knocks him back to 3rd and 6. And we'll see what Coach Parker has in his bag of tricks. After the onside kick, he was able to get that recovered. He went with the trick play on the punt. And now Falcons backs against the wall, 3rd and 6 situation.
More than likely changes the call here.
As we'll see. Offensive line provided Sherwood some time to throw against with a Simons throw, but we'll see what they can do in this situation. Todd Simons now with the ball. Back. Pressure. Tries to step forward. Gets wrapped up there and tackled. And he's right around the 27-yard line.
Let's see if they come out in that same trick formation here with triple set both both sides here on 4th down.
That's a long field goal at the high school level if they try to go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure if Josiah Burneye has the leg power to make that.
I think if they come out in that triple set again on both sides, you might see a timeout. Here we go.
Chaney faithful getting loud. Team pumping their crowd up.
3 receiver set, single back.
Motion by James. Devin Sherwood back with the pass. Slings it over the middle. Caught! And he holds on to it! Goes into the end zone! It's a touchdown by Tyler Evans, and the Falcons taking a 20-14 lead. 3:59 left in the 4th quarter. What a catch by Evans. What a touchdown. What a throw. Wow, what a huge 4th down play by the Falcons.
Hit him down in the seam in the middle of the field.
As that is just a huge play for Austintown Fitch, all the way back down 14-0 going into the 2nd half of play. Now a chance to extend the lead and make it a 21-14 lead. Tyler Evans, impressive to hold on to that ball through the contact and go right into the end zone with it. Extra point is up. Flatlined that kick, but was able to send it through. And now Chaney, 3:59 left. I believe they have all their timeouts, correct? Yes, they do.
Yes.
This is probably going to mean the game right here. This Chaney drive right now. If they could tie it, or end up if Fitch ends up stopping him defensively. What is the strategy for Chaney going?
Well,
into
I think what
game?
this does, it forces Chaney. They're going to have to put the ball in the air more than likely, and see if their athletes can make a play here and try to stick the ball in the end zone. But Fitch is in a pretty good position here with all the momentum, scoring 21 answered points in the second half here, and let's see what Chaney can do.
And Delshawn Petrowski has proven that he's been able to throw the ball in the situations where he needed to in this game for the Cowboys. He's going to need to prove it again, though, going forward. Less than 4 minutes to go, and it's going to be a huge drive for Chaney.
You're going to see all the plays out of the playbook here for Chaney, I think, on this drive.
And we talk about facing adversity. Coach Parker was able to respond when his team was down 14-0. Now we see what Coach Emile can do with his team now, down 7 with less than 4 minutes to go in the fourth. As the Falcons going to kick off. Kick returners back. You see Anthony Colton, Raheem Traylor, and Jason Hewlett all back.
I don't think you'll see an onside kick here.
That would be.
No.
I know Coach Parker is aggressive. I don't think he's that aggressive though.
That would be.
I don't know if Chaney would be expecting it in this situation though, but we would look to see a regular kickoff here.
Yes.
And
little pooch though, little pooch. That's ball's live. They covered it.
And that's what they wanted to ensure, that nothing was going forward with it, because Chaney's been, like you said, a step away from a big play on kickoff returns.
Yeah,
so.
they didn't want they didn't want to kick it deep and let a guy get a full run with it, particularly number 3 there for Chaney to be able to return that kick. So they pooched it. Anthony Colton, they didn't want him touching the ball. He was one step away on that kickoff right after halftime from scoring.
And we have 3:53 to go in this game right now. Chaney with the ball, down 7. All their timeouts left.
No need to panic here. Still 3:53 left.
Delshawn Petrowski has been great for the Cowboys tonight. And that is a fumble. Let's see. Goes out. Able to recover it are the Cowboys, though. Way to recover it on these fumbles. Every bounce is going Chaney's way with these fumbles.
The ball comes popping off, I believe, off of somebody's leg and right into his hand.
As Anthony Colton no doubtedly saved the game for the Cowboys in that situation. As that ball was out, it was bouncing around, but Colton was able to recover it for the Cowboys, and they keep possession and got some positive yards too, so it's a 2nd and 6 situation now. Petrowski with the snap, goes with the screen pass, and goes right down the sideline, going for the tackle, trying to get him out of bounds. Is Simons?
That was a smart move. He got out of bounds, saved the timeout.
And that was Colton again.
See what they're trying to do. They're getting Colton in motion, in space, and they're getting him the ball, and that's tough to cover. And in a fourth quarter, when you get a little bit tired, even more the fact.
As with that clock stopping, it leaves the clock on the time for Chaney, but you got to also figure if Chaney does come away with the score, it does leave clock on, time left on the clock for the Falcons as well. Low snap there, handing it off. Going up field is Melton. Melton able to stop, gets great tackle to get him on the ground, and that stops right at the 35-yard line, but the Cowboys are moving again.
Wow, what a football game.
And they're going to move the chains. Clock will still run, though, as it is. 2:55 and ticking for the Cowboys.
Needless to say, the Fitch-Chaney rivalry is back.
Oh, absolutely. 10 years in the making, this rematch was due after Falcons blew them out in 2010. Much different game and much different story going on here as Delshawn Petrowski with the snap, trying to go up the middle and stuffed him. Great defensive stop by the Falcons in that situation, as was Jamie Melton trying to go up the middle and couldn't find anything on that play.
Donovan Oliver with the stop for Fitch. Great tackle.
He was big last week, too, against Ursuline, as we said earlier. 2 sacks against the Irish in that game. Comes up big again in this one. A 2nd down and long situation, 2nd and 11. 2:08 on the clock.
Look for Colton, trying to get Colton the ball again in space.
As Petrowski fakes the handoff, keeps it, he goes up the middle with it, gets the first down, is Petrowski.
Boy, what a burst of speed by Petrowski.
Huge. And it was a great fake handoff there too.
And it looked like it was a little bit back and the quarterback running each other there, and it kind of messed up the timing, but he just shot through the line.
We're at a minute 48 and ticking. The Cowboys are threatening to score. Delshawn Petrowski gets it to his back, going out of bounds, getting tackled out of bounds.
Oh, he kept the clock running.
No, he gets tackled inbounds. That was Melton.
You might see a timeout here.
As Jamie Melton with the handoff.
Nope. No
They're at a
timeout.
2nd and 4 situation. You got to figure they're trying to make sure if they're going to score that's going to go right into overtime. They don't want to give the Falcons the ball back.
3 timeouts still left for Chaney.
It's Petrowski with the ball. Handoff back to Melton. No, he keeps it. Goes to the screen pass to the side. That's Colton. Colton trying to go up the sideline. No good. Or gets up to the sideline. Not in the end zone.
Holding. I think you got an illegal block. Holding on Chaney. What a great call, though.
Just short of the end zone he would have been. And that is a huge call. That's number 5 for Chaney. As we look, a call that you don't want to see at this point in the game. That's Jason Hewlett.
That's a huge penalty. Takes the first down away.
You got a minute 8 left. 2nd and 12 to go. Minute and 8 seconds left. Falcons, field goal means nothing at this point. You're
Clock's
just
running.
Keeping them out of the end zone. Minute 5.
Clock's running. They have 3 timeouts.
Chaney still has 3 timeouts. Surprising they haven't taken one yet. Going for maybe one more play here. Petrowski with the handoff. Goes right up the middle with it. Gets tackled by the Falcons.
Fitch was ready for that. Gonna have to burn a timeout here, yeah.
First timeout for the Cowboys, 43 seconds, and it's a 3rd down. Obviously, they're going to go for it on 4th, so you got 2 down territory left, 2 more downs for the Cowboys. It's not a 1st and goal situation right now, so you just need to get to the 6-yard line to get a 1st down in this situation. So Cowboys do have a good chance. They're not too far out. 3rd and 9 situation. Is it a situation where it's like you could get half the yardage here if you're playing for 2 downs?
Yes. And with 2 timeouts, you basically you can call anything you want here. I still look for them to try to get the ball into Colton's hands, number 3. In space.
Colton has been huge for the Cowboys tonight. And it's going to be a big play going right down to the wire here, Scott.
Like I said, whatever plays you got in your playbook tonight, you're going to empty them because you can't leave anything on the field here.
And it's one of those games that everyone was picking Fitch to be the favorite in this one.
Heavy.
Yeah, and we said at the beginning of this game, Scott, that if you take a team lightly, they could sneak up and they could hurt you.
And again, you're talking about a rivalry, West Side rivalry, so throw the records out.
3rd and 9 coming up. Huge play coming up for the Cowboys. Delshawn Petrowski back, receiving the snap. Petrowski tries to run up the middle, gets caught, tries to stiff arm him, hands it off there to the sideline. Maybe got the 1st down, went up the sideline. What a great play by Petrowski to keep the play alive.
Did they blow the whistle? Yeah, let's see. Nope, they're marking it up there. Looked like the official on the initial contact was going to blow that play dead, but now it's going to be 4th and about 6 for the game right here.
Jamie Melton again. He was able to get the ball to Jamie Melton. 33 seconds. The game comes down to this. 4th and 6. Petrowski receives the snap. Petrowski looking left, has to roll out right, throws a pass, gears it to the end zone, up in the air, no good. Pass is broken up, and the Falcons have held the Cowboys. Wow.
Comes down to one play with 25 seconds left.
And it looks like the Falcons getting the ball back there. 2 timeouts left, but it's not going to mean anything here. 25 seconds left, and that's going to be able to bleed the rest of the clock out. But what a game by the Cowboys and the Falcons tonight. What an all-around performance on both sides, and you want to talk about gritty football and just every yard meaning everything. That's what we got here tonight, Scott.
Outstanding high school football game. Both teams left everything out on the field tonight. And Chaney won the first half 14-0. Fitch wins the second half, scoring 21 unanswered points. And it looks like they're going to, unless something crazy happens, come away with a 7-point victory. But boy, Chaney cannot hold their head low here. They played a gritty, physical game.
And I mean, with everyone making the playoffs this year, it's going to fare well for Chaney because, you know, Chaney, like we said, they're going to go to 0-3 after this game, but you can't. They do not play like an 0-3
well,
team.
I can tell you one thing. After watching Chaney in person tonight, I do not want to face them in the playoffs down the road because everybody makes the playoffs. This team is going to be well ready for the playoffs throughout the records.
Absolutely, and with colder weather that fares in the playoffs, you don't throw the ball as well. I mean, Chaney is an all-running, all-speed team, and they will blow by you in the best of situations. And we've talked about the Falcons' defense, how good the Falcons' defense, you know, usually is, but at times Chaney made them look really bad tonight.
Yeah, and like I say, Chaney really controlled the whole first half, and Fitch come out. We talked about it at halftime. Character check. They answered the bell, and it looks like they're going to get it done tonight. Go to 3-0.
And nothing but props to Coach Emile and the whole Cowboys staff over there with what they've done with this Cowboys team. Only their second year back since varsity football has returned to Chaney, and they really do have a great program going on.
Yeah, this is very well prepared team tonight. Both teams very well prepared. Really good high school football game. And again, the rivalry's back.
And it was the first real scare of the season for Coach Parker and his Falcons as they were threatened here by the Cowboys, but nonetheless they will go to 3-0 on the season as Chaney will fall to 0-3. Next week, Chaney will be facing off against Mooney, which will be a pretty good game and a chance for Chaney to really get some redemption. Starting out 0-3, tell you what, if they play anything like they did tonight, Mooney's going to have their hands full going forward.
Oh, absolutely.
And then Austintown will be playing right here against Warren Harding, and that is going to be one of 3 straight weeks, Scott, where we're going to have
this broadcast stream
a
is
big juggernaut game. Following Harding, we got Cleveland Benedictine, and then that big end-of-the-year game against Steubenville right here in Austintown. And it's going to be nothing short of a spectacular football to watch going forward between the Falcons and their competitors going forward. Player of the game, it's hard to say in this situation, Scott. I mean, the running of Chaney did incredibly well. Sherwood answered when he needed to answer, and I think that gives it. It's hard to say because it's either Austintown's defense or I would say Devin Sherwood going towards the end, because Sherwood, after playing not really well in that first half, he was able to respond and made the plays when he needed to.
Yes, and picked up 2 fourth down on the last series when they had 2 fourth down calls and made great throws. And that's his leadership. He's smart, and he got the ball where it needed to be.
Ice in his veins was Devin Sherwood this fourth quarter and was able to come away with the victory. I want to thank you guys all for watching this broadcast of Fitch Falcons versus the Chaney Cowboys. I'd like to thank Scott Knox, our color commentator here, to Matthew Coles, our videographer that does a great job each and every week, to our statistician, Brandon Colangelo, who keeps us updated on everything going on in the football world, and most importantly to all of you for viewing this game and keeping our company growing and keeping it flourishing each and every week. To everyone watching from Austintown, Ohio, from Youngstown, Ohio, watching the Cowboys, or wherever you may be in college football, or excuse me, high school football, this is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.